Let's see if it works now. 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. We're doing some Kerbals. We're going to try and make our run to Duna yet again. So, yeah. We'll. Oh, sweet. Sorry, I'm just checking an email here. Apparently, the crucial hard drive that I RMA'd is now being shipped back to me. Yay! A brand new crucial hard drive. Yeah. I had a crucial SSD die on me a while ago, and I RMA'd it, and now it's come back. So, yeah. So, as we were saying, happy Thursday, Kerbal Day. We're trying to get to Duna. A Dununa. A da da da. We gotta get the ship refilled. Because we've got tons of need to refuel. That's got fuel. That's got some fuel. That's empty. That's empty. So we need at least 2 of these large tanks and something to fill this up. Now, we know that this thing moves like a dead yak. So I'm wondering if we can do 3 of these tanks and if it would be enough of enough capacity to fuel this thing up and get us to Duna. This is our craft. This is what we're going to Duna with. Not sure we're going to need much of this once we get there. So we'll see. We definitely do not have the fuel. I can tell that right now. Just looking at what we have here, we do not have the fuel to get there. So that's why we're going to do a refuel mission. And we got to be able to couple up to here, which shouldn't be a problem. We have fuel here. This thing can re-rendezvous with this. But in the meantime, we've got to build a refueler. And I think I know precisely what we need to do. So, taking fuel tanks up is always problematic because it is dead weight. So what we're going to do, because I think those were 5mm tanks, weren't they? 5mm. 5-meter tanks. So I think they're these big boys. Yeah. So they are the 5-meter tanks. Let's pop you off. We're going to pop you off. We're going to get some big reaction control wheels here too. That's the largest one we have. I thought we had a larger one. Small, advanced. I guess I could always bump that up to 5 me. And we take this, we'll put this here, we'll bump him up to 5 me. We'll put you there, we'll put you there. Oh, you know what? No. Well, we gotta think about this. Remember, we gotta be smart. We gotta be smarter than the average grizzly bear. 32,000, 32,000, that's 64,000. Okay. That's some pretty good electric charge. And if we plan it right, we can use... Hey, Celtic, how's it going, man? If we plan it right, we can... utilize... Take this. Utilize what we have. Oops. And help generate power off of this. This is just a lot of dead weight. That's our problem. But what we need to do here, we need a way to dock, so. No, actually, I have a plan. Coupling. There. Hopefully, the plan is that is going to help give us better balance bringing this kid in. Okay. Now, let's get some boost. It's a little better. And to cap it off, we can go with our sloped tanks up here. They got the slippity slope. It's got just a spit of fuel in there. And then we need an aerodynamical nose cone. Oops. Bring it down small, bump it up just a bit. Too big. That's better, okay. Okay, we gotta make all this rigid. Cause I know how this is gonna go if I don't make it flow. Okay. All of that has been... Now, we've got to do... Wait, what is this? Oh, that's just a stability assist. That's not a... We want the reaction control wheels. And why do we need so many reaction control wheels, you ask? Because we gotta get this kid flipping. That's why we need it. We need this thing to rotate quickly. I think I had it more up here, didn't I? Nah. About right there. Just above here. One, two, three. I think I need one right along there. Yeah. Alright. Got that set up. Now, we need additional boostage. That's monopropellant though. I think we want... Go 8 here. Go with 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 8 here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do we have more down there than we do up top? Hopefully no boom. Exactly. Hopefully there will be no boom. But we still need a lot of oomph to get this thing on in the air. So we've got to get our decrapplers. And we got to decrapple these guys. And we're going to take big tank. Big boy tank here. And we're going to make you guys auto. Question is, do we really need that much fuel to get it off the ground? Auto strut. Auto strut. Where are the lines? Where are the nose cones for the solid rocket? There's, that's what I'm looking for. I can't adjust those down. Those aren't the ones I need. Okay, let's pop you guys off. And we need big motor. Aye, that'll give you a thrust. That's okay. I got started late, so it's no big deal. I was having some minor technical issues, but I got them corrected, so we're all good. That's rotating things. Why can't I see? There we go. Alright. add some thuds onto this to give us the extra oomph that we need. Auto strut. What just happened? These things went out of sequence, didn't they? There, 1.2. Need just a smidgen more oomph. What if we just make the thuds bigger? I gotta love making thuds bigger. What different, Ooh! No casing! Actually, I kind of like the black. I think we're gonna go with the black on those. That gives us 1.8. Burns that tank off real quick. 1 minute 38 seconds. Awesome. You have a headache? Why do you have a headache? Top fueler. Let's see if this thing blows up on the pad. Because it is extremely heavy. Hey, could you get that wet for me? I need to wipe my desk down. It's actually stable. Okay, with that actually being stable, okay. So let's revert flight, because I've got to put hour on this thing, so it has some way of getting... has some way of recharging while it's up there. Thank you. that's pretty close to that port. Let's see if I can nudge that over just a bit. There. That's a little better. How do those look deployed? The little round ones. Okay, that should be fine. Oh, I need to put a communitron on here too. Need some way to talk to the planet. Alright, let's see if this bird will fly. Autopilot engaged. Do auto warp. Wow, look at this thing flopping around over here. Trying to break through max Q here. Moment of truth to see if this thing can fly. And kick these tanks off. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think I might be a stupendous wreck, but we're gonna find out. Actually, I got up to 60K. That's pretty good. Now we just need the circularization orbit is all we need. We're technically in space. But yeah, I think we'll be okay. Go full throttle up. Oh, beautiful. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Open these panels. Because when these motors shut off, I lose my power generation. see how well this thing rotates. Because that's going to play a big part for docking. The other thing we can do. What I need is a fuel transfer manager so I can just transfer fuel without having to right click on these things. Thing is not rotating as fast as I would like it. Alright. Now, we're going to shut this main engine down for just a second. We're going to pump you into here. I'm doing this so that we can keep the center of gravity as close to here so it rotates as fast as possible. Okay, that's empty, that one's empty, this is empty. Okay. Let's go in and in. Okay, well. So I'm trying to keep this stuff here, because this is weight, to help kind of balance out the weight we've got back here with this engine. Now I know that these tanks, when empty, don't weigh nearly as much as this tank, or as this engine. But some balance is better than no balance. Well, this is a refueler, so we haven't done our transfer window yet. What I need to do, this should be our target craft here. So now if we plan our rendezvous. $200 kilometers. No. Desired final distance, we want 200 meters. Maximum closing velocity. What? What's going on here? Why did that just quit? Oh, we don't want rover autopilot. We don't need rover. Okay. We want our closing velocity to be 10 meters a second. The vessel seems fairly well balanced for the most part. I say that because rotation-wise, or node-wise, the nodes aren't running, right? Making a slight inclination change. The laziness of the roll concerns me because when we go to intercept, we're gonna have to be able to flip around fast enough to make our burn, right? We've got 2 hours, 25 minutes here. I'll turn those RCSs off. Just sitting there burning fuel while we're doing our thing here. Oh, we want these to be a lower priority. We'll set these for 0. So we want to try and keep our fuel here. I hope we have enough fuel. It'll suck having to do a second one of these. Actually, yes, balance does matter in space. Even though you are weightless, balance does still matter. You still have the mass and you still have the inertia, right? If you're off balance, that inertia is going to send you a different direction, right? It's a physics principle. Now, it may not be as critical, but for rotation, it does matter. See, this is my concern here. If we're going to be able to rotate her around fast enough to make our burns. I mean, it's not going to matter much missing them just by a few seconds, but... the amount of fuel we burn with those veneers that are the problem, right? See, is that moving away from us or is it moving towards us? That should have been our boost to it. Let's disengage autopilot. Let's increase our... She's moving away from us. Okay. So let's clear this. Let's engage it again. Oh. Oh, I just screwed up. That's just resetting the clock is all I'm doing there. Give it a little more time. It's still moving away from us. Okay, let's see. Is that still moving? Yeah, it's still moving away from us. Where's our intercept point? Oh, right there. In 50 minutes. Maybe we should just, let's disengage this. And let's let it run for a minute. See, it's starting to get closer now. Orbital physics is funky. Oh, because we are... Oh, we're pretty close to it. Swing this thing around so we can slow down in time, I hope. 50 seconds. This is why I wanted to be 10 meters a second closing in on this thing. Imagine seeing this hulking thing coming towards you. Okay, we need to go control from here. But first, we need to make a slight change. Alright, we need to pop you off. Oh, there's no crew on that. No! Valentine, I need you. Oh, crap. I forgot to transfer a crew over to this. I can't fly it. Okay, board. Okay, now we can engage RCS and do a little bit of a boost back here. Okay, while you're doing that thing, let's come back to this. And we're going to turn you off. We're going to go docking autopilot. We're doing some risky business. Doing all this stuff to try and avoid a collision. It's going to feel really good if I actually pull this thing off. My main concern right now is why this thing's tumbling and the fact that it's going to probably smash into my lander body here. Because it's getting super sketch with that lander body right now. pretty close. Alright, coming into view. Wish I could make this darker. There was a way at one point in time to make this darker, and I can't remember how to do it. I think we got too much mass here. Because we just missed our mark. I don't know. Override start distance. Um, uh-oh. I'm outside the limits again. Nora! Okay, maybe we need to look at this a different way. Maybe we could use this and dock to this. That thing is just running away down there. I I don't know what I did wrong here. Have a fairly good idea what I did wrong. See if I can correct it. Oh, come back! Come back! Going too far! Okay, swing this back down this way. I may have to attempt to pilot this thing in by myself, which is going to be a feat because no, I want to go this way. Okay, this needs to. This thing's got good roll on it. Um, no! I think that just pooched it. I have SAS, but it's, how to explain? Lazy? Okay, let's go back to this. Ooh, he's getting a long ways away. We need to boost towards them. I think we're still too far away. Yeah, we're still too far away. But we can see the docking port. We can't set it as a target because it's too far away. Alright, let's revert flight. Vehicle assembly. I need something to allow forward and backward momentum on this thing. What do we have that uses liquid fuel? A lot of this is mono. Well, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about maybe putting some, how to do this. What would happen if I put a couple of these veneers the other direction like this? Would I still have the same problem? Because that's the thing. These only go one direction, right? Put those there. Put that there. Put if that'll work. I'm just experimenting right now, guys. Because they state quite clearly that they only go one direction. Not to be confused with the group, one direction. So if we put these in line like this, hope those are going the right direction. I'm not sure now. I don't know. Why do I create problems for myself? Why do I do it? Because I torture myself. Why do I do it? This should be the last set right here. And then we'll get to see that it won't pay off at all. That it was all for naught. Boy, that's not as pretty as the others. It's because we've got to Those all look like they're pointing in the same direction, don't they? Yeah, that's a lot of. It's too little thrust to weight ratio. We just. I would have to weasel in a way to create monopropellant tanks for this thing. That's the other concern. Let's see if this performs a little better. Because the main thing is, I had forward, backward, and left and right, but I had no other access, right? I only had up, down, left, right. I didn't have any Z and Y access. Let's go ahead and turn you off. Um, launch assistance. Set guidance. Let's set this for 400. I might need fewer. We'll see what happens. I think this time, getting close, I think what we'll try and do is use the actual craft that's going to Duna to attach to this instead of using this craft, because I think this is just, the Duna one doesn't maneuver much better, but we'll see what happens. It performed that flip better, that's for sure. Alright, now, it was beautiful staging. Staging on it was gorgeous. I loved how they just peeled right away. Alright, now I will know real quick here. If this thing's gonna have what I need here. Yep, it does. Awesome. Set as target. Now we should be able to dock without issue. But we're burning fuel at like a stupidly high amount now. This is supposed to be a refuel mission, not expend as much fuel as you can to rendezvous with something. You know, interesting point. I didn't even look at it that way. Got to keep switching them on and off so that it rotates properly. Okay, that should be our intercept burn there. We got 29 minutes on that. We could probably get away with just the reaction control wheels. Not even worry about the RCS on this one. Got 29 minutes. No, this one has SAS. It's just when it's on autopilot, you don't see the SAS light up. It's fully SAS. That's what these reaction control wheels are, and this probe body. So the reason why I didn't have it before is I had no Z and Y range of motion. I had up, down, left, right, but I had no forward, back, and yeah, I didn't have all 360 degrees worth of rotation. But now, since I added those other veneers, I have those where before I didn't, because I would hit the buttons here and it's like, oh, that's not doing what it's supposed to. This thing should dock beautifully now. Are we going to time warp? Oh, there it goes. There's our target. I don't think we need that because I think that's a walking maneuver. Let's see where our intercept is. Our intercept is right there. Separation is 0.9 kilometers, so it is trying to walk us in just a bit. Let's skip that one and give us a new. Walk our target just a bit. I mean, that's 0.1 meter a second. How much is that really going to give us? And then it does things like that. That brought us into 0.3 kilometers. That's pretty good. That's burning a lot of fuel. Alright, control from here. We're going to switch back over to here. This time we're going to transfer Valentina. Transfer crew from here to here. There we go.
Now, swing around here, and we will go docking rendezvous. Gotta wait till we get 200 meters. Okay. Can we select it now? What about now? What about now? Gotta get that 200 magic number here. There we go. That seems to be going a lot better. Let's bring up this docking camera. We'll put it over here. Let's bring up this docking camera. We'll set it up over here. It's doing that skip to my loo, my darling thing again. To get on the correct side of the target. Alright, let's go 10 meters a second, speed things up just a bit. It moved out of docking range again, but it should still... It's running away again. Alright. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're gonna revert flight again. We're just gonna use the actual craft instead of this thing, because it clearly can't. It just can't. It can't. It doesn't have the right stuff. That'll work. I can see my house from here. You know, I actually just read an article about rocket launches and the effect it has on the atmosphere, and it's really interesting that the fuel that they use, the uh, hypergallic fuels, will do a will actually punch a hole through the atmosphere and create a in some cases positive effect in some ways and negative effect in others. But yeah, it was a really interesting article. I'm like, oh, I mean, it made sense, but at the same time, I'm going, what are they going to do with this information, right? See, it doesn't help that we're 0.9 thrust to weight ratio. So, I mean, the craft is far heavier than this motor is capable of moving, but we're in space, so we need to get a specific. Yeah, well, and see, that's the thing is it's creating a disruption. They called it a hole, but it's more of a disruption of the ionosphere. And the ionosphere is what helps filter out some of the ultraviolet rays. No, I'm just doing a full burn. Well, I know, but we're going low orbit, so it's not too big of a deal. And with the problems I'm having, I'm not going to go back and redesign everything, not yet. But the disruption it does to the ionosphere allow it creates spots to where certain UV rays get in, and they haven't really shown. Well, right now I'm not concerned about how much fuel gets up here. I'm concerned about getting it docked, because this thing's gonna be worthless if it can't get docked, right? Um, we could have all the fuel in the world, and if it can't dock, it doesn't matter. So that's why I said right now I'm not concerned about that. I just want to get this dang thing docked. I'm fairly confident I'm going to have the fuel I need. Because there's a lot of extra fuel here. Auto deploy solar panel cells. There we go. Now I don't have to click on each one individually. Alright, we're done with that. So you turn that off. Here's our SAS, and it stabilizes. Alright, let's do this rendezvous one more time. And this time we'll use the actual craft to dock to it. I'll put you right here. Put our vessel info here. Put our Delta V status here. Okay. I don't even really need this, but this gives us some additional information. Auto warping to do our inclination change. Oh wow, yeah. I don't think we'll even bother using RCS for that because we've got 1 day and 5 minutes for that burn to happen. That's 6.57 phases, so. Wonder why we didn't have a phase change that much before and now this time we do. So that's what I don't get sometimes. When you revert, certain things change and I don't understand what it is that changes. One hour, 30 minutes. Two, one. Okay, that should be our rendezvous burn there. There's our intercept. That's still a long way away. .5 kilometers. That's a pretty big separation. We're actually coming out ahead in fuel this time because we're not having to use the RCS as much with these longer node times. which is awesome. Tired. That should be. That was weird. It started to burn and then quit. Whoa, why are we boosting away? Wait, stop. What's going on here? What are you doing? Well, that just blew our intercept. All right, we're gonna try this again. I'm having a bad feeling that this is not going to go the way I want it to. So that gets us 0.5. Oh, see, it just did the same thing. this is not... What is this doing? Well, there's our target right there. That's walking us in. It's almost like it's walking us away from it. $77.6. Yeah, it's walking us away from it. Intersect 2 is real close, but... It's got us in a really high orbit there. Alright, I don't know why this one's so much worse than the last one. It's starting to get closer again. Okay, good, good, getting closer. Sometimes McJeb just doesn't get it right. It's taken us 2 hours just to get to this point, having to restart 12 times. Okay, we may actually intercept this time. Oh, we can make there may still be a boom if we end up getting too close to this thing. It is definitely going to be a magnificent boom. Alright, we're going to intersect here. Let's disengage autopilot. Let's float together here just a bit. Oh, come on. We're getting there. Perfect. Matching velocities at closest approach. That's what we wanted. So now we're closing in on it. Let's speed up our rotation here. Ready for our braking maneuver. Hey, it's another one of those, best views on the internet, dumbasses. Quick, everybody report that profile. What a lame name too. Foxy Gamer XDYT1. Oh, it's a Foxy Gamer. They must really like me. I must go and do what they tell me to, George. They must be smarter than me or something, George. Okay. Alright, we're back in this position now. Did I... Okay, last time. Transfer. Valentina. Disconnect. Okay, control from here. Let's hope this thing can dock. Let's speed this up just a smidge. Maybe I should have brought up more monopropellant. Oh, this is going so much smoother. Why didn't I do it like this to start with, guys? Huh? Why? This is going perfectly. This is going perfectly. Why did we not do it this way to start with? We would have saved ourselves like an hour and a half if we would have done it this way. See, you guys need to tell me how to fly these things, because I don't know. how do I, where's our... What row? There we go. Okay. Let's come back to this, and let's go here, 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 and we're gonna go here. Everybody go in! Everybody in! Alright, where are we at here? You've got nothing. You're almost empty. Or almost full. You're full. You need fuel. Okay, you still have fuel left. You don't. You still have fuel left. Let's pump into you. Alright, what do we got? Mono, fuel, 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 fuel. Alright. Let's take our remaining balances. That's empty. It's empty. That's empty. That still has some in it. That's empty. That's empty. Okay, so we're going to take you and you, and we're going to pump the rest into here, because it's a little empty. Okay. Now, undock. Still had quite a bit of Delta V left in that with the fuel we had left. Alright, well that's definitely gonna deorbit. What? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Tab lets you cycle through the planets. Glug, 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 glug. Yeah, exactly. Switch to... Well, you know what, actually, yeah, I want to switch to this. I was right about what? I mean, it's not often that I'm right, so I'd like to know what I'm right about. That's wow, Top Fueler really kind of went on a mission there, didn't it? Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's the whole point why you have the external. That's why I say you needed to start moving all that stuff off there onto the external, so you could free up your space for the updates. Uh, I'm confused now. I don't think Duna Suna is who I think Duna Suna is. This has mono. This has fuel. Why was I? Why was I doing it? Well, yeah, it's gonna say fatal error because it can't do the updates. So here's my concern, guys. The probe that I kicked off, or not probe, the lander that I kicked off, I don't see it here. I don't see it in my list of crafts. Oh, hold on. I gotta go back and check one thing. I think I know why I don't see it. See, because I need to get it redocked to this. But I don't want it to get too far away, which I think it already is now. Ruh-roh, Raggy. It's all gone wrong. Maybe I have to worry about this tomorrow. Because I'm already 2 hours and 30 minutes into this, and it's 11 o'clock. I've got to go to bed. I don't see it. That is a major, major issue. It's like it disappeared. Alright, let's do this. Let's focus on this. Let's crash this down. And then I gotta see what happened to Valentina, because her vessel's nowhere to be found. And I don't know if it's nowhere to be found because it, didn't have a name? Point us backwards. This thing's gonna hit the ground going stupid fast. Oh good, it burned up in the atmosphere. Just what we wanted. Okay, Space Center. See if that time warp did anything for us. And now we have another little probe starting to peek its eyes out. What if it is listed as debris? Duna Suna debris on suborbital orbiting curve. Let's look at that. Okay, that is just debris. It's got a smidgen of fuel left in it, but not enough to really. Go back to tracking station. Robo Slop 1, holy crap. How is that not burned up yet? Man, that thing should just. Yeah. Alright. I think. I think tomorrow we're going to have to see if we can find Valentina. Because if we just lost our main craft that is going to do all of our landing, that's not good. I think I was hoping it would be here in debris, but on suborbital trajectory. Oh, that's not it. I don't think that's it either. Uh, it's a nose cone. Oh, that's a lot of questions. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. I'll have to figure out what happened to Valentina. I'm. That's why I wanted to try and keep that craft as close to the core of everything as I could, but something happened. And I hope that it's not that the ship disappeared because it didn't have a name associated with it. So, yeah, that's where we're going to leave it. So catch us tomorrow. See if we have to rebuild a craft or if we have a rescue mission. I'll see everybody else later.